This video will show you how to replace the Downstream O2 sensor on a Subaru Outback with a 2.5-liter engine. This will be located on the front of your engine compartment. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The Downstream O2 sensor is located all the way down at the bottom on the passenger side of the engine compartment. You could gain access from up along the top, but it's a far reach and it's fairly difficult to gain access to the electrical connector. So with that said, let's safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so we can start dislodging our inside fender liner. Now underneath the front corner of the bumper cover is where we're going to find our fender liner. We don't have to remove the wheel or even make our way in that area. We just want to dislodge this corner so we can make our way in and behind. To start dislodging this, I'm going to be using a trim tool on each one of my push clips. Generally for a push clip, you'd want to start removing the center to unlock it, and then you should be able to remove the outer portion as well. It's common for these to be loaded with sand. We'll go for this one in the corner. Now we should be able to take hold of this, and we'll carefully start pulling it away from the front bumper cover. Let's have a look up inside this area next. Now we have a clear view of that O2 sensor. Before removing the O2 sensor from the pipe, follow the wiring harness to its connector. To disconnect this, I'm going to be using a pick. We can see a locking tab. As far as the pick's concerned, I'm going underneath this area. I'm pulling up against the clip, gently prying it away, and then pulling the connector apart or separating it. Once you have it disconnected, inspect both sides for corrosion. Now we're going to be using an O2 sensor socket with our ratchet so we can remove this. There it is, friend. Now, prior to installation of any brand new part, make sure you clean and inspect the mounting point. We're not using any solvents. You can use a clean rag or some fine sandpaper. Double check to make sure you have a smooth mating surface. All right, let's prepare to install that brand new Downstream O2 sensor. We're going to start with the sensor itself. As you can tell, we already have some anti-seize on the threads. Start it in by hand so you're sure you're not cross-threading it into the wrong positioning and then snug it up. Right there is bottomed out. We'll just take this a tiny bit further. Continue on with your electrical connector. Line it up, press it in, listen for a click. Now as far as this electrical connector, we do have the area for our locking tab, and that's going to be facing down. There's our click, a light tug. Now there's plenty of slack on this wiring harness, and we want to make sure that it is secured so it cannot get damaged. Use a wire tie. Tie it up to that wiring harness you can see along the engine. Let's get our fender liner in place. As we bring this over, there's going to be areas that go above the front bumper cover, and then there's going to be areas that go underneath the front bumper cover. Start getting this in place here. Now we have our push clips. Press in the outer portion, lock them in by pressing in the center. Now in this forward area, you may find that when you try to push in the push clip, the bumper cover presses up and the push clip's not going to grab on anything. Just go ahead and use an angled pick. We'll hold this down, continue on with our installation. Now, as we make our way to the inner portion, you're going to find that the splash shield actually has 4 circular ports. We want to make sure that we have the push pins going into the upper ports, so we need this to be aligned. Okay, friend, we finished the installation of our Downstream O2 sensor. If you had a check engine light, go ahead and reset it. After that, start the vehicle. Once the vehicle's running, you're going to confirm you have no exhaust leak, no check engine light, and no running condition. After that, take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.